Hello and welcome back to the end of another week. We're up in the garden because nothing's happening in the house. So I spent a lot of time clearing a giant pile of debris that was here. So it's not here, and I'll show you where that is a little later. Francis got his new weed whacker, which is working very well. So he got most things whacked down. Up here, I had some mystery seeds because the mice got into my seed packets. And so I just had a bunch of seeds like in the bottom. So I had planted these things, which are some kind of squash. They might be a melon. They might be a courgette. I have no idea. But since I don't know what they are, I planted them out here, which is going to be the squash space. I cleared out the pile of dirt that was here and kind of like covered the stuff here because nothing's growing there right now. I think I've been complaining about the place that's supposed to be giving us, the place that we bought the compost and mulch from last year has been impossible to get a hold of. So I did manage to find a local farmer who sells mulch. So he's actually going to come tomorrow with 6 cubic meters. So I need to get out and figure out exactly where he's going to dump it. But I think we're going to dump it somewhere over there. And that way I can use it around the yard as well as starting to like prep and mulch in a lot of these areas in the garden. So I'm really excited because it's a local source. And the mulch is probably actually going to be better quality because the mulch that we were getting from Sitcom was like basically just anything. It was like broken up pallets or what have you. So this is all the mulch that I used last year, which is fine because it's mulch. Like I don't use it in the beds. But the local farmer who is coming from like the neighboring Pouillon, which is kind of like the city, the little village kind of over there, just makes his paillage out of the forest. Like, so that they go around and they cut down people's trees, or they actually have some forested areas that they do clearing out every once in a while, and then he'll turn that into paillage, so, or the mulch. So that's really cool. I'm super excited. So I'll be able to show you that next week. These are some other areas that I planted. So this is daikon radish. I know what that is. These were all seeds from the mouse mess, which looked like radish. And as they're growing in, they also all look like little radishes. So that's nice. My tomatoes are actually growing quite quickly, which makes me happy because I was very concerned about them. But yeah, you can see here something is still having a field day with my plants. So yeah, I'll have to figure that out. Other things happening. Today was Mother's Day here in France. So happy Mother's Day to everyone out there celebrating. We have some more. I mentioned that because I can hear the horns. Anyway, so I have some more seedlings there that need to get planted. We have more strawberries coming in. You can see all the red, so that's very cool. Like I mentioned, Francis got around to mowing the yard, so we'll walk on to the other side and I'll show you what's happening over there. Okay, so way down here, yes, he continued to mow, so it is no longer an overgrown forest of grass. This grapevine, I thought, I mentioned probably months ago at this point, I was fairly certain that had died, but obviously not. Unfortunately, though, because the grass had gotten so big, he accidentally beheaded this one. Thankfully, he didn't like cut this growth point. He only cut the green stuff off. So I'm cautiously optimistic that it'll grow, but I don't know. So jury is now out on that one. My other ones have been exposed, so now you can see those, and I'm very happy. There's one more over there. So I was kind of dead in the water with regard to like any sort of landscaping because I was waiting for the mulch from Sitcom. So like I say, super excited because the weather's getting better and I'm getting a bunch of mulch delivered tomorrow. So that's very, very cool. I did get out and did kind of a premature prune of some of the wispies that are coming out of the wisteria because they were very quickly starting to try to get into our roof boards. And since we just redid that, Francis is like, if you want to keep your wisteria, you have to keep it in check. So I am attempting to keep the wisteria in check. I'm also hoping to maybe get it to grow along this side as well. But I don't know if it'll like that because this is the north side, so it doesn't really get that much sun. In the carport, you can see, like, I did my tree run, so we're down to minimal garbage. This whole section are basically things from the renovation that we need to go through, and a lot of it's probably going to go to the tree. But some of it, like some of the tiles and stuff, we're probably going to figure out a place to store those just in case we need them. This is the big bag of shrapnel. So this is what I've been working on this week, is basically just making small wood from the pile of stuff that we had up in that grassy area. So this is going to stay here. I'm actually going to be putting it there once I use all this cardboard out in the garden. This will get moved into that little space and it'll just wait there and dry out so that we can use it next winter. The wood, we still have enough. This will definitely get us through until we order more in the fall. But yeah, so there's that. This is a project. I'm not sure exactly how well it's going to turn out. This is the tiny door to the attic opening that is up the stairs. So we had found this in the attic, and the idea is that I'm going to clean it up and make it look pretty. We'll probably take these things off, and then this is going to turn into a table that will go in the dining room to hold, like, basically it'll become our bar, and it'll hold all the drinks for guests and things like that. And I brought a Singer foot stand from a sewing table over here with me that was in my parents' house. I think it probably was my mom's or my grandma's or something. And in the States, I dismantled it and used it, got a tabletop for it. But then when we moved here, we didn't bring the tabletop because it was warped and funky. And we figured, oh, we'll just make a new tabletop when we get here. So yeah, that's coming down the pike. Other things... Yeah, I'm just looking forward to getting the mulch. And then this week, I have a ton of yard projects that I want to catch up on. So that's it for this week. Nothing much happened. Things are definitely slower. And yeah, I will see you all next week. Have a good one. Bye.